Hey everybody, it's Mr. Forster again. So this is week 4. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I think we're past the big hump of the week. Yeah, week 2 and 3, that's a lot of work. Week 4 and 5, rather than having big massive ones, I split it in half. I did half of it in week 4. I figured you could use a little bit of a breather, but you combine 4 and 5 and it's the same as week 3 and 2. Okay. But just over 2 weeks. So there'll be some things that are due this week and then some that'll be due next week. And then we head towards the final in week 6. So let me share the screen. Go. Okay, so let's see. We're done with week 6, so we can shrink that. There you go. Here's week 4. You're watching this overview video. What do you have in you have only chapters 1 and 2 in Access. Access is a database program. And so you're going to have 2 chapters in trainings and the assessments, 2 chapters to read in technology in action, and only 2 chapter quizzes. Okay. If you just kind of glance down real quick at week 5, you'll see the other 2 chapters in training. You'll see the other 2 chapters, and then you'll see the hands-on access test and the 2 chapters for the last 2 quizzes. But anyway, we'll get back here. This is about week 4. So what's in week 4? It's Access. It's a database program. So you click on this, you'll be able to jump over to week 4 down here. You'll see your training and your assessments just for the 2 chapters of Access. The first chapter in Access, training assessments, very, very easy. Okay. And then you have to go in Canvas and you have to take the 2 chapter tests. Okay. So what are some of the things that are covered in the next 2 chapters? Well, in chapter 10, you're going to learn about the importance of programming. You're going to learn about system development and how programmers use problem solving skills, whatever, flow charting, debugging. Not everybody wants to be a programmer, okay? But it's good that we understand what programming is, because look, we use apps, we use programs all the time, and they're written by programmers, okay? I will say this, is that I kind of learned like 5 or 6 programming languages, and it's like learning in some ways like, foreign languages, that once you kind of, if you're in the Romance area, like Italian, French, Spanish, and so on, it makes it easier to pick up the next one. And it also sharpens your analytical skills. If you understand the Romance languages going back to Latin, then you understand the root of these things. Anyway, don't mean to kind of go too far, but that's what programming is about in chapter 10. What's in chapter 11? Okay. That's your introduction to databases. Now you say, well, gee, Mark, I already know about databases. I know what a database is. It's like, okay, got it. The interesting thing about databases is that a lot of us, we spend time feeding the databases, but we never get a chance to design them. So chapter 11 is going to talk about, well, what are flat databases? What are relational databases, object-oriented ones, web ones that are created for the webs, and so on, and how companies, have data warehouses and then do data mining in the warehouse to be able to grab your data. Okay. So that's what chapters 10 and 11 are. So we come back again over here to week 4. It's a fairly simple week by comparison. Oh my gosh. Okay. So 2 training and assessments, chapters 1 and 2, and 2 ebooks to read with 2 chapter quizzes. All right. So let me go ahead and stop there. Hopefully that kind of helps you. And again, having a little bit of a breather, we're heading towards the final. So week 4 and 5 are kind of chopped, one big piece chopped in 2 parts. And then we have the last one kind of get a little bit easier towards the final in week 6. All right, let me end with there. So you guys enjoy the rest of your day.